Hello, hello, and welcome to A Mind Elevation with Shavariel. That is me. If you are new to this channel and you come across this video, let me say I want to thank you for giving me your time. May I have more of your time, please? And go ahead and subscribe. Here at this channel, I discuss many of topics on parenting and mental health and wealth. Mental health and wealth. I hope I said that right. Well, you get it. Being healthy, okay? Elevating our minds and our lifestyles to being better, advancing to excellence, and also being strong in our self-love. And also, when we treat ourselves right, we treat those around us good too. And if you are a giver, that means maybe you give more than you receive. And I know some people like this. However, you want to make sure that you are good as well. So that means not necessarily stretching yourself thin while you're giving to others, because remember, there's only one you, and we need you if you're a good person. So to all of my subscribers, happy Wellness Wednesday. All right, let's jump into it. So this month in April it's a lot going on. So number one, if you have Medicaid, those who are on Medicaid had to reapply by a certain date. So that's happening this month. And then also SNAP. That means, oh Lord, help me. Supplementary Nutrition Assistance Program. SNAP or food stamps, okay? Food stamps, all right? So depending on the state that you're in, I'm not sure for all the states, but I know for Nevadans, the C payments, CSEA, Supplement Emergency Assistance, C payments, have now stopped. So no more extra payments for your food stamps or your food benefits. Now it goes back to your normal payment amounts. And I can tell you, this is going to be, well, you know what? I won't speak that. Here's what I will say. Just having to be more wise with how you spend your food stamps. So let's go to food stamps first, okay? And I don't see too many videos on food stamps. And I contemplating about talking about it too. Maybe it's because people don't want to mess up their stuff, and that's understandable. So I would say regarding your food stamps, if you do have food stamps, using it wisely. So what does that mean? Getting your waters first, because you need waters. Then your meats, your proteins, fish if you don't eat meat. Well, isn't that meat? Fish meat? Okay. So fish if you do not eat carnivores. All right. Your fish, your chicken, your beef, your pork if you eat it, your lamb, crab legs, whatever you do. Get your proteins first. Those normally cost a little bit more. And those you can just put in the freezer. So do that. So where we're at, number one, waters. Number two, proteins. Okay, your meats or your fish if you don't eat carnivores. Am I saying that right? That carnivore is a meat eater, right? Okay. And whatever else that you're eating, fish and that. So number three, then you want to go into your dry food snacks. Now, the reason why I say that is because it's dry food, it's going to last. Let me tell you, there's a reason why they have certain shows and certain movies where people stay locked in their house, like we did at the beginning of this pandemic. And so it's going to be important to have dry foods. So if you eat nuts or peanuts or whatever it is, pistachios, all that good stuff, almonds. And then you have like dry snacks like chips if you eat it, veggie chips, your, what else? It's so much. Crackers, thank you. Crackers, granola bars, all those types of things. Cracker, I did say crackers. Well, they have the little sandwich crackers. So sandwich crackers, and you got goldfish. Then you have like fruit snacks. I don't eat that, but fruit snacks, and then a plethora of other things. Chex Mix, chips, veggie sticks, which is like a veggie stick. It's in like a potato bag of chips, but it's not a potato bag of chips. It's veggie sticks. Anyway, you know what I mean. So you have those. Then you want to get to your spices and condiments. Now this one, you only need what you need. You don't want to overdo it because again, you need the important foods first. Ones that are going to last in your household for, throughout the weeks. And so getting the condiments, the spices that you need, the oils, the cooking oils that you need, that's going to be important too. And then after that, you'll go into like if you want snack cakes or buns or like bread or rice if you eat it like that, spam if you eat it like that. Just, canned goods. How did I skip over that? So scratch that. Put canned goods above snack cakes, please. Canned goods. That's where your beans, if you don't necessarily let your beans soak overnight, to all you old schoolers, I know what you mean. And if you don't let your beans soak, then you buy canned beans. They have canned pinto beans, navy beans, white beans, and other kind of beans. You can have those in canned goods, like canned fruits, canned vegetables. You can get those then, and then snack cakes and all that junk comes last. But you want to make sure that junk food is a small portion. You're looking for your necessities. Number one, waters. Sodas is last on the list. Okay. Number two is your proteins, your meats. Number three is your dry food snacks, like chips and cashews and all that good stuff. Number four is your condiments and spices. And then number five will actually be the canned goods, because you're going to need those too. Canned goods, and then what did I say, 5 or 6? 6 can be like your pastas, your noodles, your your noodles, if you cook with those. Rice, noodles or rice, that's a good one. And then lastly, you have your snack cakes, just to have something sweet in the house. Did I go through everything? I missed dairy, so like eggs and milk and butter. You're gonna need those too. So put that back up. Put that back up to 3. Okay, here we go. Number 1, water. Number 2, protein. Number 3, dairy, if you eat it. Milk, even if it's goat milk. Eggs, butter, those. Half and half. That. Number 4, dry food snacks. Number 5. What was number 5? Canned goods will move canned goods to 5. Number 6, we'll put noodles and rice. Number 7, I'm messing up this list. Spices and condiments. Then number 8, snacks and goodies. Okay, there. That's perfect. Now you ready to go shopping. I hope I did not confuse you. But take what I said and shop wisely, and shop once a day. My problem is I'm getting up and going to the store way too much. And so that's my problem. But I'm going to fix it. I'm going to adjust it to where it's only once a week. And then I just go shopping. So I'm going to have to make a list. I always make a list, but make a list to what I need once a week and stay out the stores wasting all that time and all that gas. Although I do need it because I don't necessarily plan the right way. But again, I'm going to adjust that. So anywho, may this helps you or helps those who are close to you or a friend or a family member or whoever. Share to care. I hope this video finds you well. Again, thank you so much for your time and for looking at my mess of a list. But you see what I mean. It's a guiding list to help you with your food stamp grocery shopping. Okay, look, I better look, buying all kinds of Takis and Cheetos and Doritos and all of that stuff. Minimize that junk food to a small amount. You need proteins, you need fruits, you need vegetables. I didn't include that, but I'm going to include that too. You need fruits, you need vegetables, you need your proteins, you need your dry fruit snacks. Again, because in case we have to be in our houses or you don't necessarily feel like cooking that night. No, you should definitely cook. But anyway, if you need a snack during the day because you didn't eat earlier, you can have that and be okay. So, yes. All right. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. It's late. I'm going to bed. So, go ahead and subscribe. You know, I definitely help here. It is something that I love to do because you know what? I know it's pretty uncomfortable with just even a single mom with you being on welfare or you know somebody who is on welfare, and especially when you have a child, it can be embarrassing because you know what, I know your plan was to not walk into a welfare office. I know your plan is to provide for you and your family. I know your plan is to not have to always recertify after every 6 months. I know your plan was to have you and that person you laid down with to have a child, be married and raise your children and have a strong family. So I know it can be tough, but it's not always. It's not going to be like this forever. You will have opportunities to get you and your family into a better financial status. And that is what I'm going to help you with mentally. We're going to work this spiritually. We're going to work it physically. Just for the time being, though, these are the guiding keys that you need, especially with food stamps. Look, don't y'all go up in there buying a bunch of cereal and chips, okay, and ramen noodles. Number one, get you and your family off of ramen noodles. Stop it. That is not good. It's a reason why people make videos about ramen noodles, about them fixing appliances around the house with ramen noodles. That stuff is not good to digest. If you are like me and you need an alternative, wean off those noodles. They have better noodles made with organic wheat, more kosher noodles. So, definitely merge toward that. And then you make your own soup. It won't be so much as like the 900 milligrams of sodium. You can lighten that up with bouillon and with bouillon sauce and then bouillon powder. So just make sure you don't go overboard with that salt now. You only need a little bit. And so, yeah, what I see is cereal, chips, ramen noodles, and juices. So just lighten that up. Get what you and your family need. Get some salads. Get some fish if you eat it. Get some chicken if you eat it. Pork, beef, whatever it is. But definitely help your family to stay healthy, and you stay healthy too, because at the table, we want to be healthy, not killing ourselves with diabetes, high blood pressure, and all these kinds of things that grow in the body if you continue to abuse your health with eating such high in fats, high in sugars, high in salts things, high in corn syrups things. Okay? And remember, I'm not here to judge you. I just told you I had to find an alternative. Now, I hadn't touched a ramen noodle in a long time. And you know what was so far? I'll tell you this real quick. When my mom used to buy us ramen noodles, I would never ever see her eat. Never ever see her. But when we were in school, she would buy it for us. Oh, yeah. She would buy. And I understand because we were growing kids and we were going through that food like crazy. But even still, it's just like, you can get it. Like those Lunchables is laughable, okay? Those Lunchables wouldn't even last like not even a week, that little stuff they had in there. But the ramen noodles, I would never see my mom eat, never. And then as I grew up, I was just like, oh, that's why. Because you don't want to eat this stuff because you know it's not good. So why would you give it to your children just to feed us? No, you could have gotten butcher meat, ham, or turkey sandwiches for the whole week and would have told us, here you go, a loaf of bread. Y'all better make sure you spread it throughout the week. You feed us that mess. Okay? So I have a alternative. It's like noodles made with like wheat flour. Does that help? No, because I need to, get off of it anyway. But it's soup. I like soup. I make my own soup, and I do make my own soup. But I was just saying with the noodles. Anyway, but yes, I did not judge you here. I'm just helping. So if you still found this offensive, hey, great. If you didn't find this offensive and it helped you, hey, great. But go ahead and share this video. I will see you soon. Again, happy Wellness Wednesdays, and we'll talk again. Have a good evening. Thank you for watching.